Well, hey, y'all. Hey, Peter. I was just looking through some pictures in my album today and saw pictures of us at the Arkansas River Valley meetup. Good pictures, too. How are you doing? I am. Have a good weekend, guys. I am excited. Got good news. I've been wanting to tell y'all for a while, but I kept being told, no, not yet. No, not yet. You know how that goes. Hey, Jovita, how are you? I don't know how in the world you keep up with all these people you're supposed to do and work too, girl. You are all over the place. Hey, Paul Honeyman, how are you? I have not been since about Wednesday of last week, Paul, to see if my stuff is at the post office. So I apologize. I meant to try to get out there today, but we've had bad weather here all day. Hey, Katie, how are you, dear? There's Heartland HQ with Lincoln Tank. Hey, girl, how are you? There's Wheat. Wheat says she made it. She made it. Last week, I had that picture. Somehow the picture of the black lady holding the puppy come up. I don't know how. I must have mashed the wrong picture as my whatever, the intro picture or whatever. Anyhow, I don't know how these people are getting these cool songs put on theirs about their channel, but I've got to figure out how to do that. Some of them are really good. There's Rhonda Dotson. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? I have news, Carols. Your suits were returned to me, and I had to send them again. Okay, well, dang, that's probably normal. That's the way my look runs. Yeah, that's exactly how my look runs. Oh, Lord, y'all see me just like I am today, guys. I have exciting news. I can't wait. I can't wait to tell y'all about it, but I'm letting a few more people get in here. Yeah, we've been busy. I got my hair all pulled up behind my head like I do around here. It's hot here, guys, and I got my darn Hello Weekend shirt on that's way too big for me. Yeah. My little animals are doing, all of them's doing good still, guys. I guess I haven't been out there to check on them since this last little storm went through, but hopefully all that's over with. I'm watching the news as we're going through this. Oh, yeah, I know that's right. That's ridiculous, Paul. I'm so sorry. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Y'all see my sign? This is so true. I am not a morning person. I wake up and stagger around here. I had a great, I guess, aunt by marriage or whatever passed away, and we had to go to a funeral today. So got my hair all wet out there in that, and I said, I'm not even going to mess with it. Not going to do nothing with it. I'm not going to rewash it or try to blow dry it or anything. I'm just pulling it back and leaving it like it is, because heck, I'm going to go to bed here after a while anyhow. So can't wait. We're leaving out Wednesday, guys. Leaving out Wednesday. My granddaughter's going to stay here at the house for me and look after all the animals, stay here with the dogs and go and see about the other critters around here. I've been about half sick, guys, all week. I had this, I guess it's this yellow season, all this sinus stuff. That's all I can figure. I woke up last Wednesday, I believe it was, and I couldn't even talk. My voice was gone and my throat was so sore. I got up in the middle of the night. My throat was so sore. Went to get me some water, and I couldn't even hardly swallow the water. Hey, Christy, how are you, hon? How's the weather out your way? We've had some bad weather around here. It was only 50 cents to post, and they said needed. Holy cow, I'm going to owe you a fortune, Paul. The policy, yeah, the pollen is getting terrible, guys. It rained so hard today, we could not even see driving coming back from over yonder. And to the funeral home and all. It was supposed to have been a graveside service, but the weather was so bad we ended up doing it at the funeral home in their chapel there. And it was so horrible, guys. We had to drive about 15 miles an hour just trying to get there on time. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I was looking through all my old pictures from, from the meetups and different things from my very first meetup, when I went to the Oklahoma meetup that the Crockers put on. That was my very first meetup. And that was about 4 years ago, I guess. The one that they had in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I bet it was, Paul. Good Lord. And now you done had to go back and forth 4 or 5 times. Do you live in town, Paul, or do you live out in the countryside or in a small village-like area over there? I wondered about that before because I know you have some health problems. I hate you're having to get back and forth with all the postage and everything else. Lord, guys. Live in town. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we've I was looking back at those pictures too from when I went over there in England and Scotland and Holland and all the places that I went over there. Had a wonderful time. Sweden, different places. But anyway, just went by too fast. You know how it is, even though I came 2 or 3 times. I sat in the doorway of the camper last night and watched a tornado walk north of her. I guess you were scared. I'd have been scared too. 85-pound, my little white Yorkie, the one with a little black tail and brown ears and all. If it just goes to thunder and he gets all tore up. Oh, I understand that, Paul. I know that's right. But, anytime you have to get in your vehicle, it takes longer, I think. Especially when you live in town, you can just about walk them faster than you can try to get in a vehicle and drive anywhere nowadays. Oh. Let's see. Okay, we got a few people in here. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. About 10 after, I'm going to tell y'all my surprise. So excited, guys. So excited. Anyway, let me see if I can pull up a picture so that I can show y'all while we're waiting on folks to come in. Yep. Let's see. Pyrenees mix. I know exactly what you mean. Yes. Yep. Over here where we are. Well, we've been really lucky right here in the very area where I am, but I mean, not 6 miles down the road, they tore up everything down the road. So we've just been real lucky. I'm up on a high hill, and this high hill that I live on, I guess, is to kind of follow around the edges of the mountains. It seems like the hills. It's not really a mountain, what would be considered a mountain down here in Georgia. But anyway. Oh, bless your heart, Paul. I hate that. Well, I hate it's causing you so much trouble. If you get it back, just don't even worry about it. They're not that doggone important. I don't know if you're supposed, but I think if they're sealed up, it's okay. I was wondering if you could mail that kind of, after I got thinking about it, especially through countries, because customs are so different there. All right, guys. Well, I've been telling y'all I was going to tell y'all something. And so here it is. Let's see if I can pull it up. Can y'all see it? We're expecting to be great-grandparents, guys. Great-grandparents. I cannot believe it. Uh-oh, we've done something here. Where did my comments go? Yeah, we're excited about it. We've been waiting. She didn't want us to tell it until after she was 3 months, and then she kept putting it off. But we're going to have a gender reveal here Sunday, so we have to be back from our trip and be here back home by 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. She said, and there was no excuse for us to miss it. So anyway, but we're excited, guys. I'm excited. Poor little youngin' ain't gonna have a chance. It's gonna be so many people wanting it. For the first few years anyway. And then after it gets mean and into everything and argues back and talks back, we'll be, no, we don't want to babysit. You know how that goes. Oh, yeah. So excited. I'll have to post some pictures along the way so y'all can see them. She and her spouse are doing real good. You know how you do. I guess they're nervous the first time parents and all this stuff, or first time pregnant, whatever. So she's excited. She's 20 years old. And but we're excited too. You know, we were kind of like in shock because we really wasn't. We figured if it'd be the first one, the oldest one, I don't know if she'll ever settle down though. You know, she's got that oh, cool. So her daughter in Ohio did her gender reveal, and they FaceTimed her during it. We're going to be here. I'm going to try to video it, guys. If she'll let me video it, I'm going to put it on at least a little, short or something of it and put it out there. Yeah, I'm going to, guys. I'm excited about it. Wait says I'm slow down. I'm going to catch up with her. I don't know, Wait. Now, you got three. Well, you got about three of them, haven't you? I can't remember how many you got, but whew, yeah. No, she's very prim and proper. There's no way, guys. She would absolutely kill me. Something like that were to happen. Yeah, I'll never forget. Speaking of that, Paul, when I first went to work at Duracell back in 1980. Guy that I was working with came in. He was so excited about his wife being pregnant, and he talked about it all the time, blah, 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 blah. They come in, missed a night. So come in the next day, and he was so excited. He said, I got pictures. I said, I got a son. He went and handed those pictures out. We got to looking at them all. About 90% of them were the baby coming out. Oh, my God. I can't believe he's out here showing that. I bet his wife wanted to kill him. I would have been me. Bless his heart. That's a little too excited about having babies to me. He wasn't the one having to do all that pushing and work. Oh. I know that's right. Same way with me. That is. I don't even want how they get you under there and then they put your sheet over you real neat and then they drag your sheet up, Well, ain't no point in having the sheet. The only one that can't see is you. Everybody else out there, they keep opening and shutting the door and all that stuff, Everybody else sees everything. And half the time there's somebody standing in the door talking to you with the door open. People are walking up and down there, Yep, the copper top batteries. That's me. Yep. We're definitely worked there 20 years, Paul. Did a little bit of everything before I got into maintenance out there. Did a machine shop and on the floor, everything. I mean, from running a heister to pushing a broom, did it all to try to keep from getting laid off back in the early years when they were having issues when they first changed over from Simco, the basketball and, the sports, tennis ball and all that Simco stuff. They were the big producers of that back in the day. And then they got bought out by Duracell. And anyway. Her daughter sent her some of those pictures. Well, it's a little different if it's your daughter sending it to her mother and you can't be there. But it's a lot of difference in you're bringing a complete stranger, you're bringing them out and showing them to all your buddies at work, you know. Speaking of that, this one guy who's a friend of ours that I worked with, he was in the Navy beforehand, and his wife, while he was in the Navy, you know, he couldn't come home on leave. And so every month she'd do her little thing and show him and pull her shirt up and show him, you know, her belly and all this stuff. And she'd send him little videos of the doctor's visits and all this stuff. Well, he didn't have no VCR, you know, back then it was VCR time. He didn't have no VCR on the ship except in the main rec area that they had on the ship. So the only way he could see the videos is to put them in the machine in the break room or whatever area. All of them folks, all of the guys that he was in the Navy with, seen every one of her pictures from her growing from flat belly to, you know, whatever, 9 months pregnant. Bless her heart, at least it wasn't none of those mooning or whatever. Cat videos, cat shots or whatever. That's the way I'm gonna put it, guys. Yeah, really, over the phone. That would be scary, wouldn't it? I can see them now, you know, learn if the pictures are sent out, if they're out there in the World Wide Web, I don't know if they could identify that to any specific person. But there's an app now that you can look and it'll surface on your face and all, and it'll pick up any pictures you posted in your lifetime, as long as you look somewhat like you look like at the time you posted. It's just scary out there. It's unreal, the stuff. Boy, howdy, I hope nobody ever Googles me. Some of the crazy stuff I've done over the years. Not really Google, but you know what I mean. Use that app and see what the heck's going on in the world. I don't care. It was a good time while I was doing it. Don't do that crazy stuff anymore, but I did back in my younger years. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we all leave that digital footprint, especially in this day and age. You were there. I was there for, not for the birth of my oldest granddaughter, but I mean, I was out in the hallway, but she wanted it just to be her and her husband. And then with my youngest daughter, I was there when her oldest son was born. And boy, howdy. Her doctor had no pity for her whatsoever. He told her she ought to keep her legs shut if she didn't want to have no baby. That's the truth, guys. I will never forget that. It was one of them old grumpy doctors, and he had to come in, you know, late at night or whatever. And he told her that. I thought I was going to fall down. Lord, guys, Lord. So it's always something. Well, was that the last shot of our reacher this past week? 36 stitches after your, oh man, whoa, he must have, sure enough, that was terrible. Holy cow. She must have been a big baby. Son walked in the room as his sister was pushing, quickly ran out. That'll scare you to death, I'm telling you. Good gracious, Paul, that's almost dangerous. Well, I bet she didn't hardly want to sit down or move for a while. Bless her heart. I can't even imagine. I had C-sections with both of mine, guys. Yeah, that's one of the things Haley is kind of a little worried about. You know, she may have to have a C-section. She's real worried about it. I'd be more worried about having to push that baby out by hand, I guess. Even though I went through all of that with my first one, and then she was breech, she wanted to come out butt first. So she's been a problem her whole life, bless her heart. That's what I told her. I said, you're gonna get paid back for all this raising I give you, and sure enough, she did. Cord getting wrapped around her neck. My youngest child had the cord wrapped around her neck. It was wrapped around her neck twice. If she hadn't been as small as she was, it would have been a major problem. You were lucky then. Yeah, really lucky. Bless her heart. Ooh, I hope she had a epidural or something, Paula. I don't know. That would be horrible, horrible. You save those babies. That's exactly right. Save the babies. Mm. It's amazing what women can go through. You know, my ex-husband got sandblasted across just a little old spot. That thing it wasn't even 2 inches around. It might have been 2.5, guys. It might have been. And it was sandblasted. And, you know, they took him to the hospital because it was the chemicals and iron and all that. It was on what he was working on the inside of a water tower, sandblasting. Yep, breech birth. Yep, them breeches. My daughter's still stubborn to this day. The lambs are doing wonderful. They are doing good. That littlest one's still getting through the pants, and I'll be out there doing something. All of a sudden, it'll be right there on me. I got a video that I've worked on, guys. I've not got it out yet, and I'm going to try to get it edited tomorrow and get it out. Where I don't know if you would call it cloning a tree, but I did these long branches that I left on one of my plum trees out here. I stripped the leaves back on it and cut down about a 2-inch section, I guess, and all the way down to the cambium layer, and then wrapped it with damp peat moss and potting soil, and not wet. I squeezed as much of the water out of it and then let it sit overnight. And then I did this. Sterilize your blades, you know, whatever your knife, or I use a razor blade when I try it. I have managed to do that on some lemon trees, but I have not tried it on a fruit tree. So we're trying it. I did 3 of them. And so I've got that on video. Guys, I've just got to get it all put together and get it out here. So I'm hoping that turns out good, guys. But I was over there climbing up and down using a step stool because it wasn't that high up, you know. I went to step down, like fell over the little lamb. He was standing there at the bottom of the step stool looking at me like, Mom, you got a bottle yet? And it's so funny because, you know, the other lambs with their moms, they just run around out there and play in the pasture. These little lambs just run around trying to find me all the time. If I walk out the door, they go to hollering if they hear me. My mouth is, you know, I got a high-pitched voice. High-pitched voice, and it just floats out there in the never world, I guess. Yeah, I'm hoping it comes out good, and I hope they all root. Be exciting. These are those big purple plums that get about 2.5 inches around. We had some beautiful ones last year, but the darn whatever this parasite that eats them from the inside out got in there, and I am hoping that we can solve that problem. Yeah, they think I'm their mama. That's right. The way they got an ugly mama. But yeah, that Littleton Hill just rears up and tries to climb all up my legs. It's so funny. Of course, the other ones have just about figured out they're not getting a bottle. But if they see me giving the little one a bottle, they right there trying to get his head knocked out of the way so they can get a hold to it. So now I've got him where I keep him in the stall when I go to give him his bottle, and he can reach his little head through the wire. And try to give him the bottle. That way the others can't knock his head out of the way. They'll be pushing on him, trying to get him through back out of the wire so they can get to it. But so far, he's pretty tough. Try to be tough around his older sisters anyway. But yeah, they're cute. They're cute as they can be. Those others, one of those is a good-looking little lamb. I was telling Joey, I said, I hope he keeps growing just like he is, because he has got the perfect composition. I mean, his chest is out there. He's got that pretty head. I said, if he keeps growing like he is, he's going to be the breeder for the next year. He'll be the one that I hang on to and keep for next year, because he is looking hot. I mean, he has got that nice, solid, big chest and big belly and shoulders and all that. He is a good-looking lamb. And he's going to be a little stud muffin, I hope. Yeah. Really excited about it. My oldest granddaughter, Madison's going back to the Outer Banks to She works at one of those climbing facilities over there sometimes, and she's done it a couple of years. And so they called her and asked her if she'd come back and work for 3 weeks for them during this spring break coming up. So she's leaving. Sunday, we're having the gender reveal on the baby, and she's going to leave either Sunday evening or Monday morning. She says it's probably going to be real early Monday morning going out there. Good looking chest and big belly. Hey, I guess so too. I ain't got the good looking chest anymore, but I did back in the day. Before cancer took over. And I got the big belly now, so holy cow. Fit right in there too. Paul. Oh Lord, we went to a little old restaurant over in Roanoke that used to be a garage where they sold tires and changed oil and did all kind of work on vehicles. And it was so cool in there how they had cleaned it out and I guess cleaned the place up, stripped the concrete and all that, and it's got the gravel look to the concrete and got all kinds of old signs in there, I guess from back in the days when it was a car parts place. Got the old timey peanut machines that had the old Tom's peanuts in the little bags that you got. All kinds of stuff like that. It was just cool as it could be. Talk about barrel chested. Joey was when he was in his younger days too, but his dad was like 6'6" and huge through the chest and all, just huge. Of course, he weighed 300 and something pounds. But then, even when he got real old, he had done lost down. I guess he weighed about 235, 240 when he passed away. But he was a big man. Oh, yeah. Guess we could say a barrel belly. That's right. Got the long legs. Maybe it would be good to have. Be a good horse. Just be a stubborn mule. Yep, me too. My friend Max had a nice birthday party. He called me. I was talking to him, guys, and we were talking. He said he was going riding bicycles Friday. He wanted to know if I wanted to go. He said, I got me a 3-wheeler. I said, Max, I couldn't ride to the corner without being out of breath. And here he is, 97, going to be out there riding bicycles. Holy cow. It's just nice to have them good genes, I guess, and not have the health problems. He never took a whole lot of medicine in his life and swears the doctors didn't know what they was talking about when they told him he had had a congenital, something happened to his heart, and he was in the hospital for about 3 weeks. About 3 or 4 years ago. He swears that them doctors tried to kill him while he was in there. It's the only reason he got sick. Bless his heart. They don't just keep you in the hospital for nothing, especially when you don't have real fancy insurance. Couldn't tell him that, though. Lord, guys. It's so funny what we do these days and time. Boy, we were coming back across the lake today after that storm. Well, the first round of it. And I guess the pollen had washed down off the banks and all. And there were spots bigger than my house of nothing but yellow out there. The pollen is so bad where it washed it off the banks or blowed it around, I guess, and piled it all in one spot there across the lake. Man, I told Joey, I said, look at all that pollen. Well, our car looks nice. I was going to go out there and wash it. I told him, I said, I'm washing it now. Oh, bless his heart. That's so sad, Tamara. It's hard to see your family. I was talking about it today. My cousin, second cousin, third cousin, whatever he is, his daddy and my granddaddy were brothers. So whatever that would make us, some kind of cousins down the line. But anyway, he was, it's so sad when there was 2 boys in that family and his brother has some kind of something where he can't swallow foods. And so all of his foods has to be pureed or whatever to eat. And he has a lot of issues. And then he's always had like a anxiety, or maybe he's like slightly autistic or something. He don't like to be around other people. And so anyway, he has been having to look after his brother and his mom in the nursing home. And he had to go there to all the meals because nobody could get her to eat but him. So he has been working himself to death. I told Joey, I says, David had lost a lot of weight. And I said, I couldn't believe it. It's the first time I've ever seen him dressed up since he was 20-something years old. Yeah, it's really sad. I lost my mother, my father when I was 20 and my mother when I was about 23, I think. It's a sad thing to lose them back then, so long ago. But sometimes I think it might be harder on people when they've had them and they've just started their life somewhere else than it is when you've had them and you've watched them suffer and go through all the stuff they've gone through. And because I know it was really hard on Joey and them. Of course, all of us watching Miss Catherine pass away, but slowly there. But it's been hard on David. I know that. He would be 106 if he was still here. Lord. Yeah. It's just amazing, Mr. Max looks better now than he did, and I couldn't tell you when. But his kids have got him out there doing all kinds of stuff. So I think having them around has really increased his desire to stay around, Oh, let's see. Liposuction. They'd have to suck it through the doors because I don't know if I could stand there. I've watched that stuff on TV and it looks like it would be extremely painful, guys. Ooh, they just running that thing and just gouging it in and out under your skin. And then if they don't get it good, guys, then you got little ripples off, little pathways off through there. It looks like worms just went through your body. Oh, 1818. And your mama was born in 24. My mom was born in 36. Now, I remember when we were kids and we were running around out there and insurance men and I would come up to the house and they'd ask my mama if her mama was at home, if our mama was at home. And if she didn't want to talk to them, she'd say, no, she's not here. She was always out there running around in her short shorts and her little tank tops and stuff. She was a real slim little lady. And back in the day, that was back in the 60s and 70s. So, yep, she was right in there with them. Mr. Max says, we had one brother that lived to 99. So he said he's going to outlive all of them. So he said he's got a few more years yet kicking in him. I need to get over there and do some interviews. If I need a microphone, I don't need it for me because God knows I'm loud enough, guys. Y'all probably wish I would shut up sometime. But Mr. Max talks super low. You have to really get up on him to understand what he's saying. He can't talk any louder. He's had something wrong with his voice all his life. But he has got some stories to tell about back during the Depression and the way they did their animals, how you just turned them loose and you'd have to go find them and stuff. I mean, it's some really interesting stories. He talked about when he was 13, he'd have to drive his daddy around all the beer joints and, during the Prohibition and all. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. He talks about it, the things that he did that happened in his life. He said they were so poor. They didn't even realize they kept hearing about depression. They didn't know what a depression was. They wasn't depressed. I try my best, guys, but I don't have 200 or 300 folks in here either. I'm not going to be able to keep up forever, especially as I get longer. Sometimes I get to that point to where I get kind of down and out. It's just sometimes this YouTube is not easy. It's not always easy to get out there and make those videos because it's so much easier not to have to try to get the camera set up and do all that stuff before you start something. or stop in the middle of it and move a camera or move this or take it off the stand and hold it in your hand. It's a lot of work, guys. I didn't realize how much work it was. And I've lost I can't find my headband thing, that I can put my GoPro on. So I guess I'm going to have to order another one of those. 78 has been nice. Bless her heart. That liver disease is sad stuff. Yeah, they send me down to Birmingham, right regular for all kinds of tests with mine. But so far, mine's doing good. In fact, the liver doctor said if it was him, he would just have me checked at the local hospital. But my doctor insists that I need to go to him. He wants to make sure that if it's going to get any worse, they want to be on top of it. So I guess I'm lucky that I got a doctor that's that serious. But boy, this sinus stuff has been killing me. My eyes burning. Man, you lay down and 2 seconds, this side of your head's all stopped up, and you roll over and just feel like you can feel it sliding, But Chrissy, I hate that about your dad or your sister, honey. Anytime that you're out there and you're watching your family members, close family like that, and you hear these terrible diagnoses like that, it's really sad. Hey, Sheila Tubbs, how are you, dear? Good to have you pop in. Oh, you've been in here a while. I just didn't see your name. See there, I missed one, guys. Anyway, bedtime for this old fella. Well, Paul, thank you so much for coming in, and you have a great week also. And like I said, if you have any more issues with that package, just don't even worry about it, honey, because I hate it's been all this much trouble for you. Bless your heart. Good night, Paul. You have a good night and a good week. Hopefully we'll see you next week. From Birmingham. Spent a lot of time at the UA hospital with family. Yeah, this done got so big down there, guys. It's a chore just getting around because the town wasn't built for those big hospitals and all like they are now. But we've been having a fairly good little live. But guys, what are y'all's favorite foods for the springtime? Do y'all eat cooked foods all the time, or do y'all start eating sandwiches and finger foods and easy cold type stuff, salads and that kind of stuff this time of year? I know with us, when we're out doing a lot during the day, a lot of times we'll come in and just have something that we either got leftovers. Sheila, my secret is I'm going to be a great grandmother. I don't know what it is yet. We're having the gender reveal this coming Sunday. She didn't want anybody to know until, she was further along. So she's about 4 months along, and they did a bunch of blood work on her. And part of the blood work, they said, would give us the gender reveal. And so only 2 people know what the baby is. And, they won't tell us until Sunday. We'll find out during the gender reveal. So I'm excited about that, guys. Really excited. Yeah, you're just everywhere, those hospitals, Well, it's just about got that bad in Atlanta too now, except Atlanta is a little more spread out over there where most of the hospitals are now. The one downtown closed down there for a while. And, they got all those, they said they eat a lot of soups all year. Homemade, of course. Oh, man, I love some homemade vegetable soup now. I'm not we eat a little bit of like broccoli soup and that kind of stuff, and like French onion soups and trying to think of potato soup, broccoli, stuff like that, tomato soup. But as far as, some of these far out soups that they got now, split pea and this and that and the other, we don't do them. But we've got to where we're starting to eat a lot of sandwiches and finger stuff that we can just come in and grab and eat in a hurry. Thank you, Sheila. I'm excited about it. I think everybody in the family, I said, this little young'un is going to be so darn rotten until it gets to where it starts talking back. Then we're going to tell her, no, we don't want to babysit anymore. You know how that is. Oh, you eat too many sandwiches. Bless your heart. Well, where are you now? Aren't you in dang, Christy? I know I've dang it. Fried okra and BLT. I love me a good BLT with some of that thick, crunchy bacon on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been getting my asparagus is coming in, guys. So I've been out there every day checking, and as soon as it pops up, you got to cut it quick or it starts getting woody. So I've been out there and I've been putting it and rolling it up and putting it in my bag, rolling it up. So I'm ready to have me a nice mess of asparagus. Steak man, steak man. Oh, bless your heart. Hey, there's Leonard Mountain. Hey, Amy. She's not a morning person either. Well, Christy, bless your heart. Now, Christy, do you have a channel of your own, a YouTube channel, or you just watch other people's? Because if you have, I don't think I must not be subscribed to it if you do. Peanut butter and jelly rolls. I love peanut butter with grape jelly on a sandwich, and I could eat that. That's one of the things I think I could eat every day. Oh, bless your heart. Southwest Tennessee. Now, Chrissy, do you live around any of your family out there, honey? And are you alone now? Bless your heart. I know you were worried with you that big dog and you in a camper. If a tornadoes and you could see them going by, that would have scared me to death too. We were on a horse ride down over in Alabama somewhere. I couldn't tell you where. Bless you. I know we were out in the boonies, and they came in with loudspeakers riding through the park. Says, "There's a tornado been sighted. Everybody take cover." Well, I'm out there trying to get my horse in the trailer. This man come by and he says, "Leave the damn horse alone. Get your ass in the trailer in a bathhouse." What? You know what he was talking about. I was trying to see about my animals, Oh, Lord. Bless your heart, Chrissy. Well, maybe sometime when I'm going through there, we could get together and have lunch or something, Chrissy. That would be nice. I've been doing with this sinus stuff, Christy, Amy, but I guess I'll survive. I'll be glad when this yellow season's over. Instead of having 4 seasons, we need to add 5. A tortilla shell, peanut butter on half, jelly on the other half, roll it up and slice it in and enjoy. That sounds good. Hadn't thought about that. Now, I've eaten a lot of stuff rolled up in tortilla shells. Yeah. But yeah, this sinus stuff can get old quick, guys. Can get old quick. I'll tell Joey I'm going to go get one of those little sinus sprays and put it in the car just in case we forget to put it in there on our trip, just in case we have issues over there in Savannah. Have not been to Savannah since I was in my 20s, guys, so I have no idea how much it's changed, but I'm sure it's changed a lot from way back then. 4 big dogs had to call the sheriff one night on a trespasser. Yeah, 4. Yeah, well, bless your heart. Them big dogs, ain't nobody gonna come through. When I used to travel on my trips all over the country, I had Boo with me, and Boo was a Shih Tzu Yorkie mix. Now, he was a little bigger than the average size Yorkie or Shih Tzu, I guess because he was mixed. But boy, he had a deep voice. And he could walk around with me all day, and every dog around him could be barking and acting a fool, and he wouldn't make a sound. But let somebody come by and knock on my door or bump something outside my camper, he would go off. It sounded like he was a bulldog or something in there. He was loud, and that voice was deep. It would scare people to death that didn't know me. They thought, "What kind of dog you got in there?" Because they used to be seeing me with Boo, you know. I just laughed, tell them I'm not telling. Join Amy and Lauren on Wednesday mornings, 9 a.m., honey. By the time I get through, Amy, and I would, and sometimes I do get in there, but it is so hard for me by the time I get up, and get myself going, because, you know, I got the lupus and arthritis and I'm old as crypt. By the time I get up and get going and get out there and get all the critters fed and get those lambs bottle fed and all the stuff, get back in here, it's usually way after 10. Thank you. I don't blame you at all, honey. I don't blame you at all. It's coming up quick for here at the house too. We got up early this morning. A dachshund, really? Wow. Boo was very protective. He didn't want nobody touching me, around me. It was okay if we were in a group setting and he knew the people, they could pick him up and play with him, do anything he wanted to. But boy, if it was just me sitting out and somebody walked up, he'd get between me and them. It was the funniest thing. He was the boss boy. Well, those Great Pyrenees are very good dogs too. You said a part Pyrenees was in your lap. Bless your heart. Night, Miss Tamara. Y'all have a good time. Good night. Have a good time going to bed. Yeah. Have a good night and a good week. We'll see y'all next week, hopefully. Oh, y'all don't forget to give me that thumbs up, guys, on your way out tonight. Yeah, I'm just overjoyed. I done been out thrift shopping and yard selling, and I'm starting to pick up little things that can be either or. And I got a super deal on a swing, baby swing, one of those little electric ones. Back in my day, you had them kind you wind up, and it'd wake the baby up every time you wound that sucker up. It'd go, the kid would nut up on you. Oh, yeah. But this thing is nice, and it plays like it has the heartbeat on it. It has a bunch of different little nursery rhymes and then little singing music and all. But it is really cool. Of course, I have to get some of those good Duracell batteries and put in it so that it'll last, you know. But I'm excited about it. I told her I don't know whether I'm going to let her have that or not, if I'm going to keep it here at the house. Because I picked it up at a yard sale, estate sale or whatever. We go to a good many estate sales around here. We try not to buy anything, but every once in a while we can't help it and we come home with stuff. The last one that we went to that I bought anything, it was a bunch of nails and drywall screws. And I mean, it was one of those milk crates, and it was slapped full of all kinds of nails and screws. And I mean, just in containers, just packed in there as tight as you could get it. And some of the things had never been opened. It was so cool. I had an attempted murderer walk up on me on my property. Dogs went nuts, and a detective heard them that was looking for the guy and came, tackled the guy. Well, aren't you were lucky, girl? Woo! Doggone, Christy. You know, we have them. We got a prison that's not too awfully far from us over here if you cut through the back roads, you know. And every once in a while there'll be one get out, and you know, they caught one just not very far from here at all. Call it the Wild West. I bet you could, bless your heart. Yeah, I'm getting there, guys. I like what, 96 or something subscribers, getting to my 2,000. I'm excited, guys. Getting excited. I'm ready to do another big giveaway. Got to get that started. I'm thinking about maybe once a month, just doing maybe one or two things on a giveaway, just to get more people to come in and try to get people to interested anyway. God's plan. Well, you know what? God has a plan for all of us. We may not want that plan, but it's the right plan for us. We may not think it is when it's happening, but it is. Oh, it was terrible about Jared the Crocker's mother. Y'all saw that. I hope so, Jovita. I sure hope so. That would be nice, and especially if they're consistent. You can have 10,000 subscribers, but if only 1,000 of those subscribers actually watch your videos and actually participate in your videos, you're not going to do anything. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think I like 96, 97. But last time I looked, it was at 98, but I was told I had one more since then, but I could have lost one. You know how that goes too. But I'm getting there. Can't wait till I get out there. As soon as we get back on Sunday, we have this gender reveal. I got to get my camper out, get everything packed, because I'm going to Texas, guys. We're going to that expo out there. So I'm excited about that. That'll be some people. I'm hoping I'll know a lot of people there, but I'm hoping there's people there that I have not met before. And then I'm going to do the Mid-America meetup, and hopefully Jan's meetup out there in Missouri. But I've got to try to get these doctors to change these appointments for my eye. So, if I can't get it changed, because when I was talking to the doctor earlier, Friday, they said it has to be done within a certain amount of time from when the doctor diagnoses it and sends it in. So it's been diagnosed now for the insurance to pay for it. You know how that goes. So anyway, if I can't get it done by then, I'll have to just not be able, I'll have to cut my playing time in half or lose one of my playing times. But anyway, yeah, we're going to have a good trip. I'm excited about it. I told Joey I wanted to leave early on Wednesday. It actually starts on Thursday, but I want to go and let's take our time going over there and stop and see things that I hadn't seen in a long time, going through and just have a good time, be laid back. We haven't got a motel. We're just going to pick up something on the outside of Savannah because I don't want to be trying to get in and out on all that traffic out there in downtown. It's horrible, they say. Ann Dale was talking about she had stayed downtown one year and she said she could get out. She said it was horrible to try to get out. So she's staying out. I think she's staying in Poole. I believe that's the name of the little area. So anyway, I am hoping to get out and, get there. But anyway, guys, we don't have but about 7 more minutes. But I've had a great one. Let's see. Rhonda says, my husband and I met you at the Blue Mountain meetup. Okay. Yeah, I remember you now. Yeah, I do remember you now. I've got pictures with you guys. I remember you guys. Yep. I kept thinking, I've heard this woman. I've heard of her. I've heard of her. Yeah. Yeah, sure did. Thank you, Amy. I am so glad that you got to come in here tonight. I've been trying to get into some more of y'all's here lately. Even if I just get in there for 20 minutes or so, I'm trying to at least support y'all and let y'all know. And a lot of times I'm there, but I'm just listening and letting it run, to build your hours or whatever that you need, because I'm having to do other things. Like I'll be walking around outside doing something and I have my phone in my pocket or something. It's just going with something. Joey says, what are you doing? I said, I'm listening to YouTube. He said, you're supposed to watch it. I said, I'm listening to mine. Some of them I do get to watch, but parts of it, in and out. You know how that goes. Yep, I remember that knife. It was nice, too. Yep. Well, dang, lady. Yeah, but there are so many people. There are so many nice people that come to these meetups, and you get to know them, and it's just like they're almost like you become friends, even though most of your interaction is in situations like this, but then like once or twice, 2 times a year, you actually get together and see each other. I mean, that's how Mama V and I got together. We're big buds now, you know, but the way it goes, you just don't ever know. And you know, just different ones. Jan, you know, from Simply Jan, that's the same way with her. Just certain people you click with, you know, the ones that like to have fun, laugh, and cut up. Cause I do that. Can't help it. You know, my motor mouth here. But guys, we got about 5 more minutes, and I got to do my little thing, you know. So I want to help y'all all be safe, be happy, have a good week, be nice to people that you don't know out there that may be mean or hateful or just downright ugly to you, because we don't know what they're going through. You know, there's so much suicide and depression and stuff like that going on out there in the country. And nowadays, you just can't say nothing. People will kill you for nothing nowadays. So y'all, please, good night, Charlie. Good night, Wheat. Good night, Katie. Yeah, you just don't ever know. So things are, you know, it's really a sad time in our country. And all we can do is pray and hope and try to do the best we can do. So you guys, I accidentally put people in timeout. Well, I haven't actually put people in timeout yet. Going to 10 Killer, Mid America, and Pinecone Fest. And we will see you if we can actually do others. Well, I'm going to do Mid America, Amy, so I'll see you there. I don't think I'm not going to get to do 10 Killer because it's too far off from the Texas one. And it's a long ways from here, from Georgia over there, you know. So it's just too many miles. I would love to do Pinecone Fest. Have not done it yet and would love to do it. So I may put that on the agenda and see what I can come up with in October, later in the year, you know, because I usually by then things are calming down some around here, gardening's over with and that kind of stuff. Anyway, but you're a moderator. You know what? I need some more moderators. But doggone, I get on here and get to talking and bullcrapping with folks, and I forget to get on my phone and pulling it up where I can actually assign another moderator. So anyway, Jovita, you're my main administrator. If you know somebody that comes in here all the time that you think would be a good moderator, assign me one or two so that I will have somebody else besides you, bless your heart. You know, you and Jan and Paul and who else? Jerry are the moderators that I have now, but I hardly ever see Jerry in them anymore. And when I do, they just pop in. Jan, same way, bless her heart. You know, we're all so doggone busy that we don't have time. You know how that goes. Thank you, Jovita. I know you do a wonderful job, girl. You really do. I don't know how in the world you do it. And keep up with all the people, man. You are busy. But anyway, guys, we have about 2 minutes left, and we're probably going to get on out of here in another minute. But I just want to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all, the ones that come in and support me all the time. And just love the seeing y'all, talking to y'all, and just cutting up and carrying on with y'all on the live. So, you know, I mean, it's time for y'all to get to know the real me instead of just what y'all see on the videos. Of course, you see me, the real me on the videos too, guys. But I mean, I'm not trying to show y'all something or set something up or speed up stuff. You know, I try to don't do the rush in, speed up, slow down thing. I try to do it, set it, you know, just speed it up. But if I don't have anything on there, I can usually do that. Sometimes I have to do away with all the volume and then just tell y'all what's going on there. But, you know, I have to do the best I can. That's just all there is to it. Hopefully at the Texas meetup that they're having, there's going to be a couple of people there showing people some tricks for editing and stuff and such. So I'm hoping that I will be able to pick up some stuff there, you know, because I'm going to take my laptop. So hopefully when I go to it, I will be, you know, be able to learn a little more, because I have to learn it slow, this brain of mine, and I'll forget what I've learned, guys. But guys, it's 10 o'clock. We have been on here almost 59.42 seconds. So we're getting out of here. Love y'all. And we will see y'all all next week. Y'all come on back and be sweet. Bye, everyone.